What's going on, everyone? This is episode 26 of Laptop Empires, the show that teaches you how to build and grow a business from anywhere in the world. I am Brian Downard, your host, and this show is sponsored by the Laptop Empire Lab. So today what I want to talk about is how to sell without actually being salesy. Now, I don't know about you, but I've been really feeling lately there's just been this overwhelming flood of digital marketers and people online who are trying to sell their services. Now, personally, I think it's an opportunity because it gives the better marketers out there a chance to really outshine those people, show people what they're made of by producing content, building a strong personal brand, and really just being different than everyone else out there. So while I was really just thinking about how a person can sell in this flood of people where you've got so many marketers hitting up all these businesses all the time, and as a marketer myself who gets hit up by people like that and working with clients who forward me the messages they get from other marketers that I ignore, I feel like it's getting harder and harder to do, the typical cold outreach. I'm still a huge believer in referral-based marketing and networking. But when you're just starting out, if you're trying to do cold outreach and you're trying to hit people up on Facebook or their website or whatever, LinkedIn, and you're not getting a lot of responses, it's not your fault. There's so many people doing that, and the ability to create that know, like, and trust that's required before someone's going to buy from you is really difficult because they don't know you, they don't trust you, and they probably don't like you if you're trying to sell them and pitch them something that's not relevant to them. So I was really going, over in my head, how do we do this? And how does someone who's just starting out actually go about finding clients? And some experts, gurus out there would recommend you do Facebook ads. So go spend, $10 to $20 a day on a Facebook ad and target that at the demographics or the niche or the people that you're going after. And I've done that and it works great. But again, a lot of people who are just starting out in this, or even if you already have a few clients, you don't really have a huge amount of money to put back into ads. So if cold outreach is becoming less effective and we're not going to lean on paid advertising, what is the alternative? Now, I've talked about this a little bit in past episodes, but we'll talk about it even more today and in more depth inside of the Laptop Empire Lab coaching call today. But the idea of strategic partnerships. Now, I mostly call them content partnerships because I look at it in a way that you're going to provide value in the form of content to a partner instead of just having a partnership and saying, hey, do you want to send me business? But if you can identify the places where the target audience you're going after goes to for information and the places where they meet and they get together, you're going to have a huge leg up over everyone else because you can kind of use that as a referral if you get in touch with the right people at those associations and publications. So let me give you a real world example. In the patio furniture space, the industry that I work in, they call it the casual living industry. Now, the casual living industry doesn't have a huge amount of resources or events or places where people go. It's not a huge industry. It's pretty tight-knit. But the big events that people go to are hosted by the ICFA, so the International Casual Furniture Association, and also another one hosted by Casual Living, which is its own magazine out in Chicago. So anyways, the point is there is really just a single publication where everyone goes to for their information and a couple of shows where people go to in this industry where everyone in the industry is there. So I've done Facebook outreach, I've done a couple of other things to get clients in this space, but I'm realizing they're busy. They're probably not spending all their time on Facebook, and if they are, I might be reaching a social media manager who's someone like myself and isn't going to give you the time of day because they want to keep their job. So the alternative is to go, instead of directly to the potential clients and prospects, go to the people who control the places they get their information and where they congregate. Now, events and blogs, podcasts are just one example, but another example, and where I'm actually excelling in this industry, is partnering with the manufacturers. So manufacturers or the people who create products typically have a huge, not library, but network of retailers who sell their products in their store. So I've been going to these manufacturers and building relationships to a point where they let me create a piece of content, calling again content partnerships, for their retailers, educating them about marketing, and then subtly pitching what I do. So I'm using the authority and the know, like, and trust of the manufacturer, and it's transferred to me because they trust and like and know this manufacturer to that point. So that's transferred to me, and now when I'm educating them, they're going to be much more likely to listen, and when I make them an offer, they're going to be much more excited about taking that offer. So, strategic partnerships. Here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give you an action item for this video. Go ahead and start making a list. Break it down into events, blogs, podcasts, YouTube channel, Facebook groups, all these different areas or places where your potential prospects and clients will be hanging out and where they're congregating. Now figure out who the people are who moderate and control those places, and do everything in your power to make meaningful connections with them, create value in their world, and when the time's right, team up with them to do some partnership content that gets you in front of their retailer network, their customers, their clients, or whatever. So I hope this video has been helpful. I'm not going to dive into too much detail here. There will be more teachings about this inside of the Laptop Empire Lab. So if you're not a member yet, I want to encourage you to check that out. There should be a link below this video. Otherwise, I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Brian Downard. This has been Laptop Empires. And if you like this content, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and share it with a friend. I'll see you in the next one.